Hi everybody, we're just doing a demo. Drizzle. This part's really fun. You just kind of go over the whole canvas. There's no rhyme or reason to it though. There's nothing special. Everyone's different. We just want to make sure that we cover all the blank spaces. You're going to dip your swiping tool in. Start right here. You can swipe right across, just skimming the surface. You can put it right on there, not too hard. Just skimming the surface and going all the way across. Do you see those cells popping already? Yeah. You don't want a lot of paint on here because then it ends up being way too much black on the picture. So you really want to get most of that off. Just a little bit right here on the edge. You take your tool, it's a chopstick, or whatever you have, any kind of pointed implement. Oh, right. And I usually embellish. I like this white here, so I want to draw that in a little bit. So I'm going to go over here and draw that in like this and come down right through. And then I have two going that way. I'm going to have one more going this way. There. All right. And then, it looks like it looks, but now we spin it out. So I'm just gonna spin this out. I'm gonna go clockwise first. It's really key to have a level surface, which this is not, this container. I found that it's not. So you can see that it's starting to come out on one side that it shouldn't. So I kind of assist. I'll take some paint and I'll just put it in there, but then you just wanna keep spinning it. Okay, let's see how that's doing. And I'm gonna spin it the other way. All right, so now I was saying to the last group, you want to know when you don't want to move it anymore. It's enough is enough. So I'm going to take some paint off the sides and fill up these edges a little bit.
That's very beautiful.
Thank you, thank you. On this piece, we're just going to do levels all the way down, just color. See, and this is a little bit thinner paint. It's not quite as thick as the other one. So we're going to go ahead and scrape it up, and we're just going to go ahead and put a layer right at the top here. Just like that. All right. And what should we do next?
I think green.
Green. This is my favorite. Do you see that? Isn't that neat? Right along here. All the way across. All right, and what next? I think that's a great choice. That will look wonderful. Go. All right, 2 colors left. Just along here. Okay. All right, and gold is last. What was that? I feel a little bit like Bob Ross right now. The happy little spinner. We have some take-home kits if you there are, yes. You can go ahead and try this out in the comfort of your own home. Let's try this first. Now the trick with this one here is you're going to swipe alternating. So this is my cell activator. And you're going to dip a flat tool. We have tongue depressor sticks in there to go ahead and swipe with. You're going to go ahead and stick it right in there. You only have to do it on the one side, but you don't want a lot on there. You just want a nice light coat. Otherwise, the black really will overpower the painting. So let me see if I can just get this down a little bit. There. Okay. You take it, and you're going to go ahead and swipe across the painting, real light on the top to give cells. There you go. Yeah. And then do it this way. I'm gonna swipe across. There you go. I have to put a little more black. There we go, just like that. Last one. Just swipe right across. Nice and wide. There we go. All right, so we kind of looks like a mess right now, but then you can be fun with it and you can embellish it. I usually take a little stick like this, and I'm like, oh, there's a lot of gold going on here, so I'll come in here and I'll kind of swirl it around, and I'll come through here like that, and then sometimes I'll like, you know, just a little bit through here, maybe a little bit through here. And then you have the option. You can either spin them out like this, or you can just pick it up and kind of let the paint move itself. There isn't a lot of paint on this one side, so I'm thinking sometimes I'll take my finger, because you really want to have paint on all parts of it, because that paint will draw it over the edges, which you want to do. So I'm going to just go ahead and spin it and see if we can get it to do what it needs to do here. There's like a lot of gold going on this one side, so I'm thinking get rid of that gold. So then it's spreading. We're almost done. Ooh. We'll go the other direction. Oh, bless you. All right, let's see where we're at with this. All right, and then sometimes I will just kind of like, if the corners don't completely go over, you can kind of just go right in there and do that yourself. You want to kind of scrape off the sides and just put them in where it needs to be. But yeah.
Grown-ups do finger painting too.
Yeah, it's part of the fun. That's why I say like I can wear gloves, but I just kind of like playing in the paint. So that's kind of what we're doing here today. And then when it dries, you can really, if you bring it to this by the sunlight, you'll really see a lot of that gold and the green. They'll both be really, really reflective. We're doing bloom art, the bloom art technique. That's what these finished pieces are here, the bigger canvases, or the bigger tiles. Take it and just pour a nice sized dollop right into the center here. You see, you want to make sure that's a little bit more thick, so that paint, when you put the color on there, that it holds it and then it can spread out. So you see how thick this is? You want to make sure that the consistency is nice and thick and that it has like a tracer going through it like that. You're going to take a little dollop. You're going to go ahead and make sure that there isn't any on the other side. And you're going to go ahead and want to just put a little bit in the center here.
How many colors will you do?
I can use all of them. Yeah, if you want to. You can use it. You probably want to have at least 3. So you want yellow next. Okay. Probably should put gloves on. I'm not big about gloves. Gloves kind of.
You can't feel what you're doing.
Yes,
as much.
exactly. And I have them sitting right here because I'm supposed to be good about this, but I kind of forgot. Put it right in there like this. I think that's enough. Can you smell that? It's very strong. All right, what's the next color?
I think this one.
The aqua? This one? I kind of just like mixing it. There's something kind of like ASMR, just. There we go. All right. This one tends to come up the strongest though when I make them. No matter what you put in there, this color always comes up on top for some reason. And then you grab your cell activator and you drip a couple drops right in the center of that.
So the cell activator has the most ingredients.
Yeah, yeah. See, this here is way thinner than the rest of them. And you're gonna just take, you don't need too much, just about that, right there. I want you to be able to see, but I don't know if I can get low enough. You go right in the center, go. And you blow outward. That, so it looks like a flower bloom. I like to embellish them because I like to put a little bit of like, you know, a little movement in there. So I will come through and I'll embellish the outward part of the piece, and then you just spin it. And then go the other way. That orange almost all of it disappeared. Do it one more time. I think that's good. And that's the piece. What do you think? You like it? You helped me make that. Thank you very much. And now I'm experimenting on a big canvas, well, a big canvas for a bloom. So we'll see how it comes out. But so you have the pillow, you have your color medium in there, and you have your cell activator, and it's like a dollop of white or black that you would use, and you take the piece and you blow right in the center. You'll start to see cells form, and then you're going to blow outward in like a starburst, like counterclockwise. So it spiders out, and those cells start to pop up and through there. Now, if some of the cells didn't come up, you can always take a straw to give you more of a direct breath to bring those cells out. So, okay, so here we go. All right, let's spin it out. Are you ready, everybody? More paint this time.